graduated. And in the process of graduating, I was like, yeah, I have to leave school right now and go to the world. I'm not applying for any job. I must keep learning and keep learning. But unfortunately, like academic disaster struck me. I had an extra year. And that demoralized my parents. They're like, what happened? My aunts, they're like, he was not serious. He doesn't sit in school. I don't know what he's looking for. I don't know that. I told them, don't worry. I know what happened. It was a mix-up of courses and everything. You know, when I was crossing at that, my project, I tried to write projects. I didn't want to do copy and paste project. I wanted to write something different. My supervisor was like, you're too stubborn. I'll make sure you know. But all is gone. We thank God. So I was at home one night, preparing to resume for my extra year. We were developing a business plan because we come up with different ideas. And Casey, our project coordinator right now, is somebody that is about 10 to 15 years older than we do. Every time we need money, we run to him. That, Casey, we need money, we have to get to the cafe. You know, when you used to browse at the cafe, 500 per hour. You know what I'm talking about? I was way back. And if you want to do an all-night, just because we're trying to explore Google, we're trying to explore Yahoo. We had a dream of bringing Yahoo to Nigeria, Alloy Mail, Hotmail, on our own bills. We didn't know how it was going to work, but we sure knew, yes, we must do something. We kept on. Casey supplies us cash steady, and we keep wasting the money because it's like there's still no results. You guys better go and find something, but I still believe in you. He still gives us the money, we kept on. And suddenly, we came up with an idea to set up an e-library, not the cyber cafes state governments build as e-libraries. Now, what we term as e-libraries, I know some of us here, right? Like, yeah, so you have a book. You get your book, we scan it. You have a right to it. You get your copyright. We scan it, we upload it into our database. All set of books for undergraduates, academic and non-academics. And we were like, okay, everybody just go there. If you're writing a report, if you're writing an article, you don't need a whole book to write a report. Sometimes you just need like 2 paragraphs long, sometimes just a page, so you'll be able to reference. So why sell the whole book for 1,000 naira? Why can't we just sell it a chapter for like 200 naira, 300 naira? It was fun. Everybody was like, yeah, it will work. But, you know, the bureaucratic nature of Nigeria, they're like, no, it won't fly. No, the business won't fly. Oh, no, it won't fly. We were writing the business plan one night, and my dad entered my room. It was like, on my laptop. He stared at me, like, are you not sleeping this night? I said, no, sir, I'm busy. I was like, okay, I don't know what you'll be doing, you and Abe and your senior brother, Kazim, but I just want you to know that if you are ready to leave school, that you feel you don't need education again, just tell us. Let me tell you, I'll tell your mom, we'll get the pastor in church, he will be a witness, so that we will stop wasting our resources on you when you don't want to sit down in school. I was shocked. The following morning, I told Abi that, look at what my dad said. We laughed at it. We laughed over it, and that was it. We wrote the business plan. We thought, yes, this one should make us fly. You know, when you're writing your first business plan, that's when you write 20 million, 50 million for something you can do for about 300,000. So we wrote it, we went there, then the old bank PHB headquarters, you know, decked up. We're there, and they looked at us, oh, lovely idea, yes, we can do it for you guys, but there's something, we have to host your server on our own server. We're like, what? No, we don't want that. Like, yeah, it saves you guys the cost of paying for servers every year, 1 million. Said, but we don't want that. Said, okay, why? They're like, yes, because if your ATM is down, my server is down. You're affecting my business. We don't want that. They threw us out, that you guys are not serious. So we left. And now I realized that, okay, if I have told my dad then that I wanted to leave school, and this one has now failed, that means count me, I'll be part of the statistics, uneducated. All right. So we left, we continued with all our works, service here, we came back. Then election. I sat down, it was like, we've been noticing elections very well. I actually participated, I was actually an underage voter when I was in secondary school. When you're in the hostel, all those politicians way back, and they come, they give everybody, all the students, 200 naira, say go and vote. So you just vote, you live there, you vote. But then, it was just for fun. We didn't know the implication. But 2010, 2011, elections, there was so much noise. 2007, Yadra regretted the elections, the late president, that, okay, what can we do about this? What can we do about this? When you keep complaining about something and you don't prefer a solution, you're actually part of the problem. So we're like, okay, let's find a way to create a solution. So Abi came up with the idea that, okay, yeah, we can build this, we can build that. We did it. It wasn't working, it was just a demo. We took it around different organizations, different idea hubs, most especially CC Hub. It was at CC Hub we were supposed to hit our first milestone. Though the mobile phone wasn't working, the app wasn't working perfectly because we had issues of upload, and we still got £5,000 grant, but we will not be giving in cash. It was the same event, Tech in Governance, 2011, that brought up budgets. I don't know if some of us know budgets. Yeah. So we were together with Shehu, everybody, budget, with Kathleen, or citizen reporters. We came up and they were like, okay, yeah, so you guys have to find a way to make your app work. If it doesn't work, just forget about the money. For 1 year, we were working on it. The app didn't work. What's going to happen? Yeah, we have jobs, we had that. Just looked at it. Abi was like, well, he has a very good paying job. When you call it a good paying job? About 600 every month. And I was on like about 200. I'm like, well, you know what? Let's face this. Let's just resign from where we're working. Incidentally, we were working in the same company. He was my boss. We just resigned. We go home, everybody looked at. Are you boys all right? That's when your mom will be scared. Your father will be like, what? I spend the whole money on you on education, you now resign your job. To do what? Yeah, we want to start up our own company. We need our money. In the process, Abi took a leap of faith. Said, from his little savings, he was going to Canada to start up his master's in computer architecture and gaming. I was like, okay, bye-bye. See you. I'll still be in Lagos, Nigeria, still trying to get something out of this. So we're still working virtually. Casey was still there. We still go to meetings that Casey, we are broke. We don't have jobs again. You are the only one that works. Give us money. You still give us, okay, pay. Then suddenly, there was a milestone. But when the milestone came, it was late. We couldn't get funds anymore. All the idea hubs that we'll be going after since 2011, so that VoteGuard comes second, or comes third. The one that actually struck us much was for YAUDA, when we had the YAUDA conference in Lagos, Youth Alliance for Leadership and Development in Africa. I was part of the participant delegates. So it was then I realized that what we actually had, that we were kind of playing with, was something that could really change a lot. So at YAUDA, I was doing good governance. It was a good governance group where on democratic structures in Africa. We have participants from Sudan, from Kenya, Nairobi, South Africa, all over Africa. So it was there I presented the idea. They were like, wow, the way Africans, now minus Nigerians, see any mobile app is different from the way we Nigerians see it. Because, if you design something that, I developed this, can you look at it? Like, what does it do? Okay, to buy Bolly. Oh, no, it doesn't, it can't work. But they don't look it that way, just the way they took their Ushahidi in Kenya. For some of us that know Ushahidi, what it does. And we got a volunteer. The elections that was in 2012. Elections in Kenya was in 2013. Incidentally, it was on my birthday, 4th of March. I was like, yeah, we will finally test our app. That was the first time we got somebody that actually listened to us, that actually tried to use it. And it was used in Kenya. by Joseph Muya. He was really supportive. He was like, yeah, it's in the law in Kenya that you can't go near a polling booth with an electronic device. So you have to stay some meters away to take pictures, to take videos, and upload. He tried it. He worked throughout the day. He was feeding us information. He was doing that. And along the line, we detected some few errors, which we corrected. And we're like, okay, what's the next election? The next election is coming in Nigeria. Okay, 2015, no. Okay, yeah, we have Ekiti, yes, we have Osun. We tried to run it in Ekiti, but, you know, the stomach infrastructure thing, we couldn't get volunteers. And so we left. So we tried it in Osun State. Osun State has 3,010 polling units across the state. And we got volunteers in all polling units. We sent out the mobile app onto their, thank you. We loaded the mobile app on all their Android phones. Now, if you know what a polling unit is, you know that it's not small work. As we're sitting in the hall now, this place can be divided into 10 polling units. I know what that means. So getting each person in each polling unit wasn't a joke. We did that. We spent material. We spent a lot, psychological, finance, everything. We got drained, but we're happy that the result that came out was a wonderful one. And we bought our servers in Canada. That, okay, yes, we don't want to host anywhere that will give us issues. We were so sure about the app, but we had a fear the night before the elections. There was a positive fear, not a fear of, is our server going to crash? It was like, the fear was, yes, we'll be waiting for this. We told them we had VoteGuard. Nobody believed us. Now we will make sure everybody knows about it. That was the positive fear we had. But how is it going to happen? That was it. Election came in the morning. Reports started coming in because we got accreditation reports. We got voters on queue reports. We got vote counts. You know, you count voters on the queue. We got that also. Local government reports. What, you know. So all sorts of reports were coming, but elections will not start on the 12 noon. So when elections started, our first result we got was on a polling unit somewhere in Ede. That one came in around 12:35. We're like, is this guy serious? As they finished election in his own polling unit, they had to call him. Say, young man, what happened? Say, yeah. We're only 150. Check my accreditation report. There were only 150 accredited voters. But when the election started, it was just like 80 of those that was there. So there were just 80 of them that voted. And that's just it. Those online, oh, shit, okay. We kept on looking. Results was coming in. I was tweeting results. It got to a point, my hands were shaking. I was like, I hope I'm not running foul of the law. I just don't want to go to jail for nothing. You know, we kept on doing it, and until I said, okay, yeah, 9:01, I'll be stopping. So by 9 p.m. I stopped. But prior to that, I was scared. I started receiving strange calls. I was like, I didn't give anybody my number. All those I can call my friends. So I picked the first one. It was like a journalist. Please, can you tell us where you are? Who are you? Are you INEC? I called off the call. I was like, no, please. You know, we're scared. A lot of people were like, dude, where are you getting these results from? I said, don't just worry. I told you guys. So, you know, I was mocking some of my friends that I told you. You guys didn't believe us, but don't worry. So, at the end of the whole day, I couldn't announce my final results because I would have run foul of the law. So, we kept that to ourselves. So, let me just give you there's a technical glitch. I will have shown you our results as we got them. Like, okay, for local governments, some of the results, I just picked the local governments, Atakumasta East. There are 3,010 polling units, right? So, but for Atakumasta East, our app for APC got 9,195. For PDP was 6,204. INEC declared 9,287 for APC, and for PDP 6,294. The difference between INEC's results and our result for APC was just 92. The difference between INEC's results and our result for PDP was just 90. So we had a margin of 0.9% for APC error and 1.43 for PDP. Thank you. For the state cumulated, you know, out of 3,010 polling units, we only got reports from 2,684 polling units. I know what that means. That's just about 89.1%. We're like, well, there's no problem. Those guys just collected our money, but there's no problem. But we later did a mop-up, and we cleaned it up, but I won't still declare. So I don't know, so I don't run foul of the law. For the cumulative for the state, for APC, we got 365,279. INEC declared 394,684. The result difference was 29,405. The percentage difference was 7.45. For PDP, we got 263,811. INEC declared 2,992,747. The difference, the margin of difference was 28,936, and the error margin was 9.88%. Now, you know, you have to now do, thank God for Excel, do the overall error margin for Osun State. We got an error without mopping up our database because we still got some result later. We got our error margin was 6.6% from 2,684 polling units out of 3. So what's my dream? Yeah, 2015. I don't know about you, but I don't want this country to break. I love this country. Anytime I leave for anywhere, I always want to come back. Because we just have to own our votes. We have to vote. We have to protect our votes. And we have to report it as we see it from our polling units. Electoral violence doesn't start anywhere. It starts from a particular polling unit. So if you disagree with those that have agreed to scatter everything, don't allow this. Let's just stay there. Let's move forward, you know, because those that vote, they don't count. They don't determine anything, those that vote. But those that count the vote actually determine everything. That's my dream for Nigeria. What's yours? Thank you.